Coming to you live from Tournament de Pizza, brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, and Bucked Up Energy Drink. I'm going to be professional enough to just let you know, Matt, that our next guest is auditioning to replace you.
He can't replace me.
He's trying to get his job back.
I'm irreplaceable.
Yeah, and this, absolutely, I would say, man. I don't have time to tie my shoes. What are you kidding me, Ryan?
That's very true. Ryan Wesner, what's up, buddy? It's been a long time.
Man, good to be back on. I love it. This is not baseball. This is not football.
So
this is the real deal.
What years did you serve your time being on this network?
The prison sentence. I guess it would be
Couldn't tell
03, 05 would be like my... It would be in that window.
0305. Oh, okay, so he was a little thinner back then, playing
Oh,
more
yeah.
softball.
I was playing ball back then.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
a little bit
and
more
then more
Danny,
highlights.
looked more Danny Bonaducci kind of.
There was that going on, yeah.
One of the Partridge Family.
All right,
A little bit of that.
enough with the gang up on me. We need to do a real
These are
segment.
just, set spikes. I mean, we've got to get a couple in. Come on.
No, I don't mind. It's just, O'Day Osborne's coming up at the bottom of the hour, and there's
Oh.
things I want to talk to you about.
Bring it.
You own a card sharks.
Yes.
What is it?
Sharks, card sharks.
Card sharks?
He owns card shops. We had Bob Eubanks on, who was the host of Card Sharks, so I kind of got confused
Gotcha.
there. I want to talk mainly about MMA, UFC cards, Panini, but is the Otani card the hot thing right now? I mean, arguably, and I don't even think it's an argue, the greatest baseball player of all time.
Yeah, he's hard to keep in the shop. Like I pulled a few away. Am I over here? That's going to be a keeper. You can't sell them all, but what he's doing, he's looking at 50 mil for 15 years, guaranteed. Somebody's going to pony it up.
Oh, yeah.
How do you say no?
Yeah.
750 million guaranteed. Hey, Shohei, we're going to pay you 50 million for the next 15 years. What do you say to that, buddy?
I say,
Doesn't matter what language.
How quick can I
comes
say?
across.
Yeah, I don't need to do it in Japanese. I guess the other day, 2 home runs and pitches a shutout, and
Usually when a player goes crazy like that, you see an immediate spike. But with Shohei, the spikes are so common that he's just on a... I mean, it's crazy
different
with him.
trajectory.
what's it going for? What's a good? And I know there's 412 companies.
If you have a graded 10 Shohei rookie card, I mean, you're looking at $250 easy, and there's a lot of those.
Really?
Yeah. You start getting the inserts, you start pulling autos, you're adding zeros fast. It's been lucky for me, because I had some.
Right.
I had some Brady's. You know, I'm a Michigan fan, right? I had some Brady rookies. Guess what? Those worth a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Especially when he came here. You kidding?
Yeah.
So how do you decide? As a card shark,
Shark, thanks.
No,
The
card
Freudian
shark.
slip. It's true.
Ah,
Guy's
no.
a scumbag. I've known him for a long time.
You're worth $250, give me $1. He's like, you're a shark.
Well, a shark knows what they're looking for. You know what you're buying. You know what you're selling. I'm not saying taking advantage. I know that. How do you, as the owner of a card shop, decide what to sell? You're in business to sell, but what to keep, what to invest, what to collect it because you're a fan as well.
Right. The grading is the thing, right? If it's going to grade out as a 10, the sides are perfect. The corners are sharp. The picture's right on the money. It's centered up, all the bells and whistles, and it's just perfect. I'm keeping that card back and probably going to grade it. The other stuff, Shohei aside, Kobe aside, you know the names. I'm ready to just push it out the door for collectors who just want to have it.
Right.
You want to have it.
Now, like currency, when there's a blimp or a mistake, a wrong color on a dollar bill, like, are there imperfections in cards that make them more valuable than a perfect 10?
Oh yeah, there's there's a couple of good ones. You probably have that.
Well, I
card.
have the Billy
You can
Ripkins.
look closely
Well, I
on the
have them.
knob of the bat. You might find some colorful language.
Well, and if you remember, there's more than one. There's
Yeah.
one that says it, then there's one that it's blacked out, so that they errored the error card. Yeah.
The most expensive one is the error, where it's black and it's crossed out in white.
Right.
Also, it's like this rush job that they got out, and they're like, "Oh, that's really bad. We got to pull it back." So there's a very limited number of those.
Because
I do have them.
So my parents built their dream house after all 50 years, and they were clearing out their old house, and they
I
found
love these
boxes
stories.
boxes of my old baseball cards. I
Really?
have them. I have no idea if there's any value there. I
This
have,
is the
no
guy.
idea, I have no idea what to do with them. They're sitting.
So the guy.
So
Yeah, man. it's
Or,
good.
or we ought to do this. We should go through it, and then
Let me
we'll go
help you out here first. I'll get the bad ones out of the way, then we'll take them
I
over.
feel like I'm in a pool full of sharks. I don't know. I don't feel safe right now.
I don't do it like that.
So I had a friend of mine that played Major League Baseball from Lakeland, played for the Oakland A's, Mike Heath.
Okay.
And when the Billy Ripkin came out, I mean, it was going for decent money in whatever year it was, a couple $100 or whatever. I can't tell you because I don't remember. And he's like, "I'd love to get one. You know, will you sell me one?" And I'm like, "No, I can't sell it to you. You know, you're a buddy of mine. I can't." He goes, "Well, what if I give you one of my game jerseys?" I go, "Okay,
Deal. That works.
we can do that."
They counterfeit that card quite a bit. You'd be surprised.
Oh,
I've
sure.
had that thing come back twice.
Really?
Oh yeah, the counterfeit money tech is so good that if you bleach out a card of the same year and you throw that tech on there, very difficult to tell, right? So that's why the grading has become so prevalent and really come on the scene as the way you're going to do your cards.
So if people are listening right now and they have boxes of old cards in the garage or in a storage, you're like, how do we get to you? Where are you located? How do we?
I've got 2 locations. I think we could probably do it digitally, but right behind Salon Lofts on 4th Street and 11th Avenue North here in St. Pete, and then I'm up in Homosassa, 4548 South Suncoast Boulevard. That's way kind of up the street, but that's a huge space. We've got 2,000 square feet and nothing but cards and cards and cards.
Before we run out of time, before O'Day comes on, we might be able to get you back on after O'Day. Talk about Panini now has taken over the UFC. I know that some of the other companies are coming out. What are the hot ones? What are the ones that fans should be trying to get?
Well, right now, I mean, I'm into sealed. When it comes to the really maximizing the value, right? You'd rather have the other guy go fishing for the card that might be in that box, and that's a very real thing. But keeping it is the tough part because people want to open it and see what's inside.
Yeah.
That's why the 2 years old, 3 years old boxes, all of a sudden those multipliers go way up, man. Because right now you don't necessarily know how good, great, whatever is going to be the younger cards, right? The rookies.
But isn't the problem the reverse? You know, as well. You know, you've got that guy who's a stud right now, and then all of a sudden he's going to go on a slide.
Sure.
He's going to lose 4 in a row.
Absolutely.
You know, Habib will always be Habib, but fans who I'm not fans of, you know, they're going to look at Anderson Silva and, you know, how he ended his career, you know, losing
yeah.
a Weidman and then, you know, some of the boxing stuff and whatever. So how does that change? Because to me, Anderson Silva still is the GOAT.
I find that it's like NASCAR. People have their fighters, people have their drivers, people have their guys. I mean, obviously going out and winning a bunch of fights, you get more fans, but a lot of it's like they follow that guy for a long time. They're probably not going to be averse to getting his autograph either, even if the career's over. So the UFC stuff that's coming out is beautiful. They've done a remarkable job of improving it because at first, when they were taking the photos and doing the stuff, they didn't have people who knew what the heck
Right.
they were doing,
Right.
and it looked weird. Now they've got it fixed. The new hobby stuff looks good.
And what's a Lionel Messi Miami Inter card going for now?
Man, it's not out yet. Oh my goodness, man. Ridiculous. Those Messis out of the World Cup set, the every 4-year set, just the base cards like $40, $50. It's stupid. You start pulling prisms and refractors on that thing, he's gonna revolutionize that part of the league, I think.
What's the card that you remember you purchasing? You know, as a fan, because I remember, you know, I don't remember anything. You both know me.
47. I was 11 years old. Mark McGwire rookies were what I was after. That was the one. Retirement.
The USA card?
Right.
The
Oh, yeah.
USA one?
If you could get a hold of
I
that.
have those in my box I was telling you about.
But now they're not.
Right, they're not.
They're not worth
yeah.
it, right? It's.
Dang.
I sold the Tiffany 87 tops for $75 in a 10. It was like, it tore my heart out. But that's what you get for those.
Right.
They printed too many, and
Right.
that's it.
And that's what I was saying. You can hold them on too long. When I was in the military, my card that I kept getting was the Rickey Henderson rookie. I love it.
Damn.
And well, well, they've gone down in value. I don't know what they are. I need to come bring them to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My wife will be happy. 'Cause
That
she,
kid in Oakland who stole all those bases has brought everybody back to Ricky stole 100. How many? What? Are you kidding me? Because they're thinking this. Oh, he's got to be getting close. No, guy, you're not getting close.
Right.
You're not even sniffing it.
I'm in a Philadelphia Phillies chat room on Facebook, and whatever the Schwarberg or whatever that their leadoff hitter, and the guy's like, "This is the greatest leadoff hitter in the history of the game," and I said, "You need to get off this site." Because the greatest leadoff hitter, in my opinion, is and always will be Rickey Henderson.
I mean,
You can't even touch it.
from that year and what you wanted out of your leadoff guy,
right.
absolutely. The expectation of the leadoff hitter has changed
Sure.
dramatically, so there might be an argument there, but Schwarber is not going to be the guy. His on-base percentage is great, but he bats like .211 or something like that.
Henderson's going to homer, or he's going to get hit, and
Yeah,
he'll
the three
walk
outcome
to
thing,
first,
yeah,
and then
steals
he'll steal second, steal third, pick up third base,
Is-
and say he's the greatest of all time.
Are baseball cards in the spoke of your bicycle still a thing?
Yeah, all the time. I got all these '90s baseball cards. You can make a symphony. I mean, it's rough though when you see that Mantle that you know.
I was just going to say, man.
You know it was in the spokes. It's like, and in the middle's all torn up. It's just brutal. But it's all of them. That's why they're so valuable.
Yeah.
Because all those cards are trashed.
Right.
And if you find a good one, it's worth millions of dollars. I'm not kidding.
So again, let's go through your box before we
Yeah.
go to Ryan.
And then
Seriously.
we go drain the lake over here at Crescent Lake where the
Yeah.
Babe Ruth was
Here
played
we go.
baseball. We get some authentic baseballs,
That's tough.
some Mickeys.
Where can people get in touch? Give the address again.
I'm over right behind the Salon Lofts on 4th Street North in St. Petersburg. It's 406 North in 33701. So it's the Betty Ann Hotel is what's making me lose my train of thought. If you know where the old Betty Ann Hotel is, it's been there since the 30s. That's where my shop is now. So
I know where your shop is. I have no idea where Betty White,
Yeah, me neither.
whatever, Betty,
Betty Wan.
whoever
the,
Betty is.
the Betty Ann Hotel was a house over there. But you remember that area was rough, man. When I was in high school, I wouldn't go over there. You lose a bet, maybe. You can't go, but now it's gorgeous over there.
Let's get you back on. Let's talk more about cards. Get the excitement going. I know it
Cool,
was
man.
there, and then it kind of drifted away, and I know it's come back.
And I
Yeah.
have great news for you. I want you back up, be a part of the program. So you could start next Wednesday at 12 o'clock. Be here live. Okay, you're
No,
gonna fill
We're
in.
not on next Wednesday. We're doing it on Thursday. He's a jackpot. I almost said
No
he's a
thanks.
jackpot. All right, let's go hit a break. When we come back, we'll head back to Nashville.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, he's taking over your spot. You
On
get
Wed-
out.
next Wednesday.
We'll be right back.
Live.
Only.
Oh, man, it's fun. Oh, it brings back a lot of memories, man. It's fun, buddy. That's good shit, buddy.